Welcome back to Up North at 4, and joining us now, it's Audrey Thurn. We're getting ready for a huge event in downtown Rhinelander, just 2 days away.
Correct.
I'm getting excited. Chalk Fest is back, finally. I'm excited.
This is a thing.
This
is
a
huge thing, and you are a huge part of making it a big thing. Yes. How this get started?
It's a passion.
How did it get started?
So a few years ago, when Downtown Block Party was having their big event, it was very informal. And after that event, we had 70 people that wanted chalk. So they said, could you please head up a Chalk Fest? So I had been attending, some on the circuit and stuff, and I know artists on the circuit, so I had some connections, and it began.
There we go. And it's really blossomed, I know, and you said this has been going on for a few years, but I feel like it's getting bigger and bigger each year. Is that fair to say?
Yes and no. I am very excited because each year we have more and more of our own hometown folks.
Right.
So we have only like 3 or 4 from Wausau, and maybe 3 from Tomahawk, and 1 from Green Bay. So the rest are all from Rhinelander, and I think it's so awesome that they showcase their talents right here in our hometown.
I was gonna say then too, like, do you ever stop and think about, like, maybe there are some people who are like, I'll give Chalk Fest a go and just see if I enjoy it, and then they said, no, I really like this. I want to come back next year and the year after, and suddenly that becomes a passion.
Yes.
All because of
there are many that do that. Oh, we wouldn't miss it, and they sign up, and
That is awesome. So how does that feel when that happens?
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
So what are the rules? If someone doesn't know how to draw, right? What do you...
So you get a square that's 4.5 by 5, so down on Davenport Street, and we provide this large chalk for the adults and this smaller chalk for the kiddos, and then they are free to draw in their space. They don't have to utilize the entire space, but they're not able to have like political stuff or advertising, that kind of thing. So we can't use any affixatives. So, if you wish to be judged, you have to be done by 3:30. And then there are prizes in each category. We have 3 categories.
Okay. What are the categories this year?
Class A is if you've won a Chalk Fest anywhere in the state, country, whatever.
Okay, because there are lots of them, correct?
We have at least 6 this year.
Okay.
And then Class B is for those that are 13 and older that haven't won a Chalk Fest, or they might have won children's and then moved up to Class B. And then Class C is children's, and it's normally 8 to 12, but we've had some other families interested, so we have some younger ones this year.
Really?
Yeah.
The rules are loose.
A little bit. For the kiddos, yes.
Absolutely.
We want them to enjoy this community event.
Do lots of like hodags get drawn, and what, like Rhinelander kind of site-specific stuff? Or?
Usually once a year there's a hodag, but usually it's anything and everything. So.
I love it. And because we have pictures like from years past of some of the squares that were done, and I'm like, truly, like, you look at these and I think, this is a painting. This is not chalk. And people are insanely talented when it comes to what they can create.
Yep. They can
awesome.
Use a variety of techniques. So they can shred it to make their own paint with water. Some of them just draw with the chalk and use their fingers. Some use a paintbrush like this and then cut it down to where it's just a little bit, and then they blend with it with water. Some just have a free-for-all and...
what happens happens.
Exactly.
What I'm hearing, though, is this is for all skill levels, right? Anybody can participate.
We're very welcoming for any skill levels. If you're 13 or older, you're in Class B, but the kiddos that wanted to participate, I wasn't going to turn them away because it is a community event. Sponsored by Blaine's and Park City, and Park City's been with us since the get-go, and Nonka creates all our wonderful chalkies, and so we have a raffle basket that people can purchase raffle tickets, and that's another way to support our cause.
I love it so much. And you keep mentioning it before, you want this to be open, inclusive to people to discover, love arts, and Jeff and I are not artists in the slightest. But I was hoping maybe you could judge us and teach us a few things.
Possibly so.
We're going to try this out here.
I'm a little nervous.
After the break on Up North at 4.
She's like, all right, let's do this.
Let's do it.
So
Welcome back to Up North at 4. We're joined by Audrey Thurn. Getting ready for Chalk Fest this Saturday. We're less than 48 hours away. We
Yes.
are, what, like 36 hours
Yep.
away probably at this point.
last minute preparations.
Yes, and
Yeah.
of course you can also sign up the day of, but if you do so, it'll be a little more pricey.
It's $5 more. Yeah.
So do it today, do it tomorrow. You still
And
got some time.
that's a good point, because on Eventbrite you can use a card, but when day of we have stuff for sale in addition to registration, they have to bring cash.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know. And so, Audrey, like I said before, Jeff and I are not artists in the slightest, but we're going to try to become chalk artists. You're the expert here. So you're going to judge
Maybe.
us and maybe give us a few pointers. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds fine.
So, Jeff, I decided to give us a few prompts on what we could draw, and then Audrey can kind of picture what that should look like in her head and let us know what she thinks, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at the first one here. I figured Theo here, your lovely pooch, loves to go fishing in the water. You've told me about this before, so why not start with draw a picture of Theo fishing?
Okay.
Simple enough, right? You told me during the break you are, quote, nervous about this. I don't know why. I've never once led you astray on anything.
What? What?
See, now it sounds like you're doubting me.
So for the kiddos that come, Culver's is providing tokens for cones. Yeah. And the ice cream truck's going to be there. And next year we have hopes for Casa. They did commit to next year to come. So we have bigger plans for next year too, some sponsorships for spaces and other things like that. But
Can I ask you a question?
yes,
If I'm not a kid, could I still get the cones from Culver's?
we have handed those out, yes.
Yes. Okay, good. That's all I needed to know.
Yep.
Oh, Jeff, you're like almost done. I gotta hurry up.
Well, all right. So I need here.
So it's gotta be him fishing. It can't just be Theo, okay?
Right, we're fishing.
I'm gonna blend
waves.
his tail. Like
Yeah,
Audrey told me.
remember blending. You can use
Blending
the
is
chalk to
big.
blend.
Blending
And that's what
is
makes it
big.
look more like a portrait or a photograph
I love it. Okay.
rather than just a drawing.
See, look, he knows I'm drawing. He's putting his
He can draw with his
yes.
nose. Have you seen where they do that?
dogs.
Yes.
No
So
way.
you put paint in a plastic bag
Okay.
with the paper, and then you close it, and then you put their food underneath it.
And they go for the food. and
Well, you put the thing underneath it, and the food's on top, and when they are all done with the food, they had made a creation underneath. So,
Jeff, what I'm hearing is that we could make Theo like a modern day
Artist.
Jackson Pollock.
yeah.
All right,
You need a
ready?
fish.
When do we
I
get
got a
to
fish. I
reveal?
need the fish. I need the fish. Hold on. Sorry.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Okay.
So he's fishing. Like he literally has a fishing.
Oh, yeah, you took it literal, didn't
took
you?
it literal.
Yes.
What do you
No,
And
think?
you
he's-
have the sky.
He fishes by walking back and forth and sticking his head in the water.
Oh, that's
you
kind of
fishing
fun.
a fish.
You should put his head in the water. Oh, yeah.
What I'm
So-
hearing is mine is
Well, dogs
inaccurate.
can't hold a fishing pole.
Well, that's why it's more creative, I suppose.
Audrey,
No, continue with what
we've been friends for 8 years.
I know.
And we've been friends for 8 minutes.
I know.
And I already like you
A
more.
few years.
All right, who's the winner?
I really, yeah, I have to go with you. I'm sorry.
Atta girl.
What's
you
the
believe
next one?
this?
What's the next one, though?
Can you
All right.
believe this?
All right, Jeff, you can redeem yourself here. I'm gonna grab myself a little wet wipe and,
Okay.
and clear my board here.
Do we
Yep.
still have more time?
Let's
If
take
we
a
have
look.
donations, we do get some of these, and we do hand these out. And we, the Plain shop downtown is also going to sponsor water.
Oh, there we go.
Because water is very important when you're trucking to clean up as well as to stay hydrated.
Yeah, my hands are.
So,
Yeah, and the weather
Very
forecast
gross.
Saturday looks good, so
Yeah.
we're in a good spot there.
All right.
Yep.
you
All
got
right, what's
less
our
than a
next
minute
one?
here, so
Okay.
we gotta do this one quick, Jeff.
Okay.
Take a look
what
at our
is it?
next prompt here.
Okay.
We could. Let's draw a picture
picture.
of the hodag,
Oh,
but
jeez.
he's got to be anchoring the news.
A Hodag anchor in the news.
So that he's going to be in our realm, Jeff.
I think we need more green.
No, I am kind of hoarding the green right now.
Okay, so he's going
Just
to be
ignore that.
at the anchor desk, right? I don't think my hodag is.
So we usually have, like, when they have drawn hodags, they've drawn them by the courthouse. They've also drawn it with, like, the Van Gogh Starry Night. They've done.
I can't.
You can't do a hodag?
I need to start over.
Okay. We don't have that much time, Jeff.
You're talking about starting over, dude.
Chris, you saw that, didn't you? I don't know what was coming out of that. I don't know how to draw a hodag.
It's literally
a
green.
head with horns.
It's got horns.
Head with
I gotta give him
horns.
just a tie real quick before we.
Mine looks like a UFO.
All right, we gotta wrap this up, Jeff. Can we show off our hodag?
Yeah, mine's.
In 3.
Oh, you have an anchor desk, though.
2,
That's nice.
1. I feel like I have to.
Those
win
are
by
very
default.
scary hodags. But it's nice that yours has a tie.
Yes,
That's very
it's a
creative.
style. Well,
And you
I
have
agree with that.
more use of color. So that's the kind of thing they look
2
for.
for 2. Boom.
Creativity and use of color,
Give it to
use of space, and also technique. So if you
Vote
use a
for
different
me.
technique, you use the side of your chalk, which is a cool technique, and you used your fingers.
So, Audrey, this has been so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for the tips. Best of luck with Chalk Fest.
Thank you so
We're gonna
much.
be
Thanks for
back
having me.
On Up North at 4. Stick with us.